Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We have a good start to the trading day. The market is quite green today, quite positive. That's in line with expectations. Also here on the Bitcoin chart. Only in the last videos I shared with you some setups for higher prices. Now we've reached the, let's say, target or at least upside resistance range. And today I'm going to watch for potentially a reaction, or if we break through resistance, it could indicate more bullish trend continuation and that a low has already been struck. First of all, I only want to share with you the smaller time frame because in the last video, I took a look at the daily chart as well as Bitcoin dominance. So if you're interested in that, check out the last video. But overall, no real surprises here. First of all, on the 1 hour time frame, this is still the overall idea, right? So I am generally still bullish on Bitcoin. You could say short term, as long as we're holding above 62,540, I'm watching for upside trend continuation. That's not a must, okay? So probabilities here are fairly balanced, but I give the bulls the benefit of the doubt for various reasons, which I discussed in previous videos. So as long as we're holding that 62,540 level, I'm generally looking for higher in wave C of 3. This is a diagonal pattern which started on the 1st of May. And the idea is that we get to 76 and maybe eventually 85K in this wave 5 of 3. Okay, below 62,540, or basically if we get more than just one more low, then probabilities will increase that we are still in the larger fourth wave and there was never a fourth wave low on the 1st of May. So let's go to the 30-minute chart now and take a look at the micro patterns. This is where it's getting interesting because the idea is that in this third wave to the upside I discussed, we completed an A wave, we completed a B wave pullback, or well, I shouldn't say we completed it, we might be in the late stages. And then from here, even though there is one wave count where we can say, okay, it's complete, but I don't believe it until we get a convincing break of resistance in the right structure. The idea is then that somewhere from down here, before breaking below 62,540, we're going to see a first start of wave C to the upside. But if we zoom in a little bit, there are two variants of this wave count, of this B wave pullback in the larger third wave to the upside. There's one in white where the low could be in. I would disregard that for the moment, because this needs to prove itself for various reasons. So the downside structure doesn't look great here. And it would minimally take a break above the communicated resistance area to believe that wave count. I'm rather leaning towards that orange scenario in which we get one more low. So what happened here? What happened? Let's actually go, let's zoom in a bit more. So what happened? I mentioned to you a few days ago that we had this wedge pattern here. I've actually deleted that from the chart now because we don't need that anymore. That was a decent long trade setup for anybody who likes to trade breakouts, because the idea was that from here, and the wave count to the downside was full. This shows you how useful the Elliott waves can be also in smaller time frames. I mean, not always, right? But sometimes you get the patterns that give you an edge. And sometimes it's just a mess. And the idea was that we move from here into the resistance area. Now we moved into the resistance area already on the same day, I believe it was, here on Wednesday, after the break. It broke late on Tuesday and Wednesday we were there already. Then we had a pullback into the support region I shared with you yesterday, and from there another move up. And the idea was, I think yesterday in my first video, which I recorded around the same time, just yesterday I highlighted that a more healthy wave 4 would be, let's say, preferred. So the idea was, okay, maybe wave 4 was finished, but the A wave was a 5-wave move in this case. Then we saw a pullback into a support area. And the idea was that from here, from the golden ratio level, we start the larger C wave, or a C wave of wave 4. So yeah, wave C of 4. And that's happened now. We have moved into a new high. Minimum requirements for this wave 4 are definitely fulfilled now in this wider wave 4 pattern. But I mentioned it already earlier today to gold members that, you know, one more high is definitely something that I'm watching for, as long as we're holding above 65,340. So I've added another micro support level here. It's relevant because it's the 50% retracement of this distance from yesterday's low, and the 100% extension, which is a common target for wave C, points towards 66,000 335, and we haven't reached that yet. And there's also the 50% retracement level. So I think one more high is likely. I would prefer one more high. It looks a bit unfinished to the upside, but now we're really looking at the details, right? So it's fulfilled the overall pattern. Wouldn't be surprised if it starts to move down now, but in the short term, there's no evidence of a move down that has started. Therefore, I'm still watching for higher, okay? That's the idea at the moment. Only a break above resistance if sustained. So a move above 66,750 would tell me that probably something different is going on, because this move up would be too high to be considered as part of this fourth wave, really. And then we have the descending trend line as well. Not so relevant, but we have a descending trend line here, which also needs to break. And then we can talk about, okay, is maybe in the white count the low already in? At the moment, I'm watching for one more low. But I'm, as I said, I give the bulls the benefit of the doubt that we stay in this scenario without breaking below 62,540. But if it breaks, I mean, only the market will decide. Then we know we are in the yellow count. Until then, primarily, I'm watching for one more low before we start the rally. It's just that, I mean, the low could be in, right? It's just that there is no evidence for it. It's just followed the wave count nicely now on the micro level, especially over the last few days here. And there's no reason to believe it won't. Okay, so until it breaks, then we have to adjust. But the idea was that at least a relief rally from down here was overdue. That happened now, and I want to make sure that you understand, okay, there's a resistance area, and as soon as we get a break, so I'm on high alert to watch for the wave 5 to the downside now, but it also hasn't started yet. So this is what I'm watching for today. That's the update for Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.